What's going on, everybody? It's Rev. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Dauntless. In today's video, we're going to be taking the Pyroclastic Envoy, Torgodoro's legendary Warpike, into a frost escalation and just see how we can fare. It's been a while since I played this weapon, but the community voted and Warpike is the next weapon up. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And here you can see that a lot of these are just missing a lot of parts that I'm gonna have to go in and get and hopefully get pretty lucky on. But let's go ahead and dive right on into the build. Today we're going to be playing with the wounding playstyle, and so we got the Pyroclastic Envoy with +3 Relentless and Overpower +3. This is my first time using Relentless. Pretty interested to see how it fares in the escalation ahead. We have Reckless Leap and Munitions Amplifier for the mod and skill. Reckless Leap I just find very, very fun, and it does a lot of damage. You get to see big damage numbers, and it's just a little bit more stylish than Savage Wellspring, in my opinion. Savage Wellspring is still very good. We have Inferno's Arrow, which is the Hellion Warpike, giving us an additional Overpower +3. We're going to be rocking Discipline once again. We're going to be getting that extra crit damage, extra crit chance, and we love that. So we're going to be using Skarn's Defiance and the reuse cell within there. We got the Shroud's Helmet with Berserker +3. You can get Berserker from the Trial store. We're using the Quill Spike Jacket, which is giving us +6 savagery there. The Malkarian's Grasp, which is using a Predator +6 within, and we have the Thrax's Guile using Relentless +3 and Cunning +3 for a myriad of cells that will get our wounding up and running. But that does it for the build, so let's go ahead and dive right on into this Frost escalation. So it's been a while since I've been in Frost escalation, and it's also been a while since I played the Warpike. The last time I played the Warpike, it was not reworked. I didn't have this fancy dodge, and I also didn't have the wounding refresh. So it's pretty much like a brand new beast to me. I mean, I've experienced these things in their own, like in solidarity, but not together. So playing a wounding Warpike is gonna be something new to me. That already got wounded. That's crazy. That one's wounded too. Wow. I'm okay. Okay, well, that was the easiest 5 wounds of my entire life. I didn't even get to finish what I was talking about. But I've talked about this several times in previous videos of this series, not necessarily on the Warpike, obviously it's the first video, but I've talked about how wounds are very strong in Umbral escalation sometimes, and then also they're really strong here in Frost escalation. So playing this particular playstyle within this escalation can be very fun and highly damaging, I suppose. I'm gonna go ahead and just engage here with the Reckless Leap, get a free wound there, and also deal apparently 1/4 of Boreas's life. Okay, that boy did. It's gonna enrage, right? Yeah, it enrages. I tried. I'm not sure how to interrupt this with the Warpike without a shot. Okay, that doesn't interrupt either. Unlucky. Okay, well, I've encountered a dilemma already, but I feel like I'm just pumping way too hard. Okay, well, that shot on Boreas, by the way, that engagement with Reckless Leap wasn't even a fully charged shot, by the way, so definitely could have gotten even more damage there. But I didn't even read what that was. I just saw that it was I just saw that it was part of my my passive, or my role, I suppose. Frost escalation is kind of interesting. It has like some unique mechanics where you like pick a role and it increases your ability to perform that thing. In my case, it's wounding, and anytime I wound, it will lower the frostbite gauge. A lot of people don't like Frost escalation because of frostbite, but I actually enjoy it. I think it's a nice spin. I'm gonna go ahead and just Reckless Leap does more damage the further away you are, so instead of firing a shot, you turn yourself into the bullet, which is which I find very fun. I'm gonna see if I can, like, okay, Koshai doesn't want to oblige my dumb strategies. Now, Savagery is one of the strongest cells in terms of damage output in the game. However, you need to be able to get wound. So obviously the Warpike is able to take, like, very large advantage of this. You know, this is like almost what Savagery is pretty much exclusively in the game for. When I first started playing Dauntless, wounding was only capable through the Warpike, and so Savagery was something that was very, very good back in the day, and it's still good now. I'm gonna go ahead and take Thunderous Mantle here. Thunderous Mantle is a great amp, especially if you can get it early. The earlier the better. There's a lot of traveling in this escalation, so getting Thunderous Mantle just means you're cutting down on time in terms of travel and just getting to the next behemoth. And at least when you're running solo, right, you can take a lot of time off of your runs. You can actually clear this gap with Thunderous Mantle, and you can clear it in other ways, but you don't really need to think about it when you're using Thunderous Mantle. I'm gonna just try and I guess I just couldn't go that far. I vaguely remember that ooh, getting some good cleave here, so I'm just gonna be mashing right clicks. And some great cleave here, actually. Oh, I couldn't see Frostwolf. It vanished. I've never seen it do it twice. That's an attack? I need to learn this behemoth better. I didn't get to see how much damage it was, but okay, it was 13,000. 13,000 on the leg. I just wanted to see how much damage I could get on a Reckless Leap. I haven't really showcased it. We're kind of just speeding on through here, but didn't get to, man, I wish this wasn't the legendary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish each one, like, this should be Terra escalations exclusively, and we should have something else here. Getting Defiant Stone all the time kind of sucks. Like, I don't care about it right now. You know? I would rather something different, I guess. It feels lackluster because of that, you know? Like, because I'm not able to get anything else other than Defiant Stone in here, and just like, whatever. I don't know. I want some unique stuff to the escalations. But that's just a nitpick. Gonna go ahead and bank a shot. Munitions Amplifier will slowly over time bring that shot up to a maxed out one. Now I need legs here. I need paws rather. I don't know if the back legs of Urska have different HP values, but I tend to just go for the front ones just because it's a little bit easier to go for. And also worth mentioning, this is also why I run Reckless Leap in here, because Urska tends to do things like this. Like, out of any other behemoth in the game, I feel like Urska sends you like flying into the air for like essentially no reason. And Reckless Leap also allows you to kind of just chase after it. It also just feels like a behemoth that doesn't really fight you, I say as I die, but it runs away and just moves in very weird ways and moves you around in very weird ways. And so like when it's doing stuff like this, I tend to just like, I'm getting pushed away here. What if bro. I'm speechless. I'm getting some frostbite here, so in the corner here, I'll just go stand next to this. And then I'll move closer to the iceberg, because Need to dodge that, and then if I was a little bit faster, I would have been able to Reckless Leap there and get a little bit more damage, and it's already dead. But yeah, I mean, that wasn't the best showcase of how Reckless Leap can help you in this fight, but just trust me when I say, like, you know, if Urska's pushing you away, you can Reckless Leap back into the fight. I don't know, the gap closer is just great to have, and Urska doesn't really have that many interrupt windows like Malkarian or anything else, so there is one, but I don't know, I would rather just run Reckless Leap over having a shot or something. Got 2 broken forepaws, can't complain about that. No no lucky break on the extra rolls there, nor did we get some frost heart shards for additional legendaries, but that's totally okay. Go ahead and take a peek here and see what my progress is looking like. I need it looks like I only really need 1 more, and then I'd be able to craft this one. Gonna need to put in some work on Thrax. We're gonna need to put in some work and, you know, a little bit less work than on Malkarian. We already got the shards. Looks like a lot of work here on at least 3 runs on Terra Escalation, and we're gonna need a lot. I feel like Warpike is actually going to be pretty easy to break the fins with Chronovore, so that's something that I'm gonna be interested in trying out. Maybe we'll do Thrax next, and then we'll go to Chronovore after that. Which sounds like a pretty interesting time just to try and wound Chronovore and get those fin breaks. This is a screen I don't really show too often in these videos, and I probably should. If you're new to Escalation, these 3 things up here, I believe this is unlocked at level 5, 10, and 20. These 3 power boosts are like the most important thing. Make sure you have these unlocked when you're running and as you level up. And then additionally, in Frost Escalation, we have passive upgrades that will lower the amount of frostbite that you gain over time. And so these 3 things are very, very strong as well. There are some other crowd favorites like Straga's Harvester, and then some of the other passive damage ones. I don't think Reckoning is in this one. But there are some other good ways to lower frostbite and increase your damage as well. But Straker's Harvester and Fur-Lined Gear are kind of the 2 that I rock. And then whichever role you enjoy playing, you should probably take at the end there too. But Straker's Harvester will allow you to get double rewards while you're in that escalation. And that can be very, very helpful when it's coming to crafting a legendary gear. I gotta say, I really enjoy the wounding playstyle much more now that Aether Rush is a thing in the game, and it really helps with the stamina consumption, and I felt like I could dodge and just play a little bit more safely, and still dealing a ton of damage. I feel like we cleared that Frost Escalation very, very quickly. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with that playstyle. I think the Torgodoro's Warpike is kind of like the staple first Warpike that you might want to craft, or at least consider crafting for any new players that are thinking about hopping into Escalation. The Hellion Warpike is a great pike that kind of transitions greatly into the Torgodoro's one. And then you can also use like Pangar or Frostwolf in the meantime while you're running those Blaze escalations. So it works out quite well. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.